Hello everyone, and welcome to Economics Current Affairs lecture number 5. I'm sure that you would have covered lecture number 1 to 4 and you would have gone through the handout as well as the video. If you read the newspaper, so you would come across some basic terms, and I have been getting a lot of mails from you guys where you are saying that you are finding some basic terms to be tricky in the newspaper. You also wrote me a mail saying that, a lot of you actually. So I take up a topic also based on where your difficulties are. So a lot of you wrote me a mail saying that you want to understand the meaning of disinvestment, privatization, public sector enterprises, plus a lot of terms that are asked in the news, that are used in the newspaper. So that is the reason I thought I'll introduce this small topic. So see, what are some of the basic terms that you see in the newspaper which looks very tricky, but every UPSC aspirant must know it. If you understand these terms, trust me, your understanding of industries, newspaper becomes very smooth and easy. So here starts our story. So a story is like this. There is a company, right? So this is a firm. All right, so let me zoom it out. So this is a firm. And what does this firm do? This firm manufactures this mineral water, all right. So this mineral water bottle is manufactured by this company. Now, if you notice carefully, to manufacture this bottle of water, you require a few things. You require a factory. So this is your factory. You require a machine. This is your basic machine, right? So this is your factory, this is your machine. And what do you manufacture? You manufacture water bottles like this. The price of each bottle is 20 rupees. All right. And what is this? A machine which you require to manufacture this bottle of water. What is the price or what is the value of this machine? 1 crore rupees. And what is the value of this factory? Because this factory means it's a building, right? So there is a value of a building, a plant. So what is the value of this plant? Building? 9 crore rupees. And what is the value of the machine? 1 crore rupees. Fine. So suppose I have started this company and I constructed this company, cost of construction was 9 crore. So the value of this building is 9 crore rupees and this value of this machine is 1 crore rupees. So if somebody would ask me, what is the value of the assets of my company? Assets would mean, what are the assets of my company? Assets would mean, these machines, these factories taken together. So if you add this value of the factory plus machine, it becomes 9 plus 1, 10 crore. So I can say to anybody that I have 10 crore worth of assets, right? That is the meaning of asset. Now, to manufacture this bottle of water, I also require a few things. I require raw material, right? So what is the raw material I require? Raw material is water. And I require packaging material like this packet, right? These stickers, these are packaging material. I require labor as well, because labor would work in the factory. Then I need to run this machine, so I have to pay electricity bill also. So electricity is one of the things that is required, right? So these are some of the things that are required. Now, so what am I doing here? I am trying to manufacture this bottle of water using labor, using raw material, and I pay electricity bill, etc., etc. All right. So the story then goes ahead like this, that to run this factory, I also need to buy raw material, because I don't have money, because I invested all my money in creating the factory and buying the machine. I have nothing in my pocket now. So I'll go to a bank and say, can I get a loan? So bank says, yes, you can get a loan of 2 crore rupees. So I take a loan of 2 crore rupees. Now on this loan, I pay interest rate, right? So on this loan, I would pay what? Interest. All right. So this is the story so far. And what do I do with this bottle? Water bottles? I sell it in the market, right? So what are the terms that you see in the newspaper which are very, very important to be understood for UPSC? The first term is called net worth. All right. So what is the meaning and definition of net worth? Now, net worth means whatever is your asset, you have to remove your liability from it. So for example, what is the value of the asset here? The value of the asset is this 9 crore rupees, because 9 crore is the value of the factory plus 1 crore is the value of the machine. So total value of the asset is 10 crore rupees. So 10 crore, this 9 plus 1, 10 crore is your asset. And what is your liability? Liability means something which is not yours. You have to return it. So this bank's money of 2 crore, bank loan of 2 crore is a liability. You have to return it. So we will subtract 2 crore from it. So 9 crore plus 1 crore. 10 crore is your asset, 2 crore is your liability. So 8 crore is your net worth. So this is the meaning of net worth. So if somebody will ask what is the net worth of this company, you would say 8 crore rupees. So high net worth is good or low net worth is good? High net worth is good. If the company borrows more or takes more loan, its net worth will come down. It's not a good thing. Your net worth should be high. If it is high, then we say that a company is healthy, right? Good. Now, you have understood the concept of net worth. I'm going to, explain the concept of turnover. What is the meaning of turnover? So, see, what is this company doing? This company is selling these water bottles. So, how many water bottles are being sold by this company? Let's see. So, this company is selling 5 water bottles. The price of each is 20 rupees. So, 20 into 5 is equal to 100. So, meaning of turnover is sales over a period of time. So we have to take a time frame. Let's say that we are taking 1 year as a time, right? 1 year as a time frame. So what is the sales of the company over 1 year time period? That is called as turnover of the company over that time period. So time period is very important here. So turnover means 20 rupees into 5 bottles, 100 rupees. 100 rupees is the turnover, let's say in 1 year. So this is turnover. Now what is the meaning of net sales? So does it happen sometimes that you buy something from the shop? So let's say you buy this bottle of water and you realize that it is not sealed. All right. So you realize that the seal is open like this, and then the water quantity is less, which means it is used already. So why would you buy a used product, right? So what will you do? You will return it. So for example, if you are buying, let's say three bottles of water, not 3 but total, let's say 3 bottles, 3 bottles of water, and you realize that one of the bottle of water is defective because the water quantity is less and the seal is broken. So you would return it, right? So same case happens in real life for companies. Suppose this company is selling 5 water bottles like this, but one of the bottles is defective. So what happens? Somebody returns that bottle. And plus this company also gives a discount. So when you buy 5 water bottles from the company, you get 10 rupees discount. So your turnover was 100 rupees. So you take 100 here and you subtract that one water bottle which you have returned, and you also subtract the discount of 10 rupees. So what do you get? You get 80 rupees. So 80 rupees is your net sales. So what is net sales? Net sales is equal to gross sales, means turnover, minus discount or return, things like that. So from 100, you would subtract these things. This is your net sales. So now I have a question. If the turnover of a company is high, is it good or bad? It's very good. If the turnover is down, that means there is a problem. Similarly, if net sales is high, it's a good sign. If net sales is low, that means there is something wrong in the company, right? Yes. So these are some of the concepts. Now, 2 more concepts which are required, for UPSC purposes. There is a concept called as gross profit. What is the meaning of gross profit? You see, when the company sells these 5 water bottles, 20 into 500 rupees, this is also the revenue of the company. All right. So for example, when I am using the word revenue would mean, so whatever I have sold into price. So I have sold 5 bottles of water like this, and then price of each water bottle is 20 rupees. So 20 into 500 is the revenue. From revenue, you should subtract cost of goods sold. In short, it is also called as COGS. So from revenue, you have to subtract cost of goods. So what is the meaning of cost? I'll explain. So for example, guys, suppose you manufacture this bottle of water. When you manufacture it, there are some costs which are very direct in nature. So to manufacture this water bottle, what do you need? Raw material, right? You need labor. And you need cost of transportation because you are taking water from a river, for example, let's say. So you will use a water tanker to carry this water from river to your factory. So what are the things that are direct cost in your factory? So whenever you are running a factory, there are things which are directly costing you, like wages you pay to the labor, raw material ka price. These are direct costs. So what do? From revenue, you have to subtract these direct costs like raw material, labor, transportation. So suppose your revenue is 100, the cost of raw material means water plus packaging material is 20 rupees, the labor charge is 30 rupees, 10 rupees is the cost of transportation. So 30 plus 20, 50 plus 10, 60 rupees is your cost, right? And revenue is 100 rupees. So 100 minus 60, 40 rupees is your profit. All right. So this is how you understand this concept. All right. So this is called as gross profit. What is net profit? So you took revenue here and you took cost of goods sold, which means direct cost, which you directly pay as the owner of the factory. But you are also paying few indirect costs like, so you remember I told you that you are also paying this interest rate to the bank, right? So we have not subtracted it. You are also paying taxes to the government. We have not subtracted it. We are also paying electricity bill. We have not subtracted it. So sometimes you also pay rent. You have not subtracted it. So from this gross profit, look at that gross profit. What do? We subtract all operating costs. Operating cost means electricity, rent, those things. Interest payment to the government. Oh, sorry, interest payment to the bank from where you have taken the loan, and taxes to the government. You have to subtract these three things from gross profit. You get net profit. I have taken an example. So for example, 40 rupees is your gross profit from there. 40 rupees and 10 rupees is your electricity and rent, 5 rupees is the interest you pay to the bank, and 15 rupees is the tax you are paying. So net profit is 10 rupees. What do you observe here? So you observe that if the net profit is high, it's good for a company. If net profit is low, that means you are paying too much interest, taxes and operating cost is very high. So if your net profit is high, it's good sign for a company. Similarly, if gross profit is high, it's a good sign for the company. So basically, if you look at this diagram, you will see that everything that we have studied so far, which means net worth, right, turnover, net sales, gross profit, net profit, all these things should be very high. If it's high, then we can say that the company is healthy. But if these things turn out to be low, or these things become negative, then you should take some action to improve the company, right? Have you understood this basic concept? It is very much required for UPSC. You must revise it. All right. So now after telling you these things, can I tell you that suppose this is a company. If its net worth, turnover, net sales, gross profit, net profit is positive, it's a healthy sign. But if it's negative or if they come down, then it's a negative sign. It means things are not good in the company. All right. So this completes our lecture for the day, and keep watching the current affairs videos regularly. All the best for your studies and preparations. Thank you so much.